I mean, you're talking about basically the plot of like 15 different dystopian sci-fi novels, right? Where you have an entire economy based on imprisoning people. But we also know that that entire economy doesn't just exist in these other places. They don't just exist in El Salvador and Sudan. We know that we have our own private prison complex that's $1 billion industry that profits on the enslavement, because let's always remember the 13th Amendment applied to everybody except prisoners, right? The amendment that ended slavery applied to everybody except prisoners, right? And we already know we have $1 billion industry based on the forced labor of our incarcerated folks, right? And they do everything from, the standard kind of apocryphal making license plates to picking our food, to stocking our shelves, right? These are workers in our economy that are unpaid, that are treated as slave labor because they are incarcerated. So my first answer to that question is that we could start at home. We could start by not supporting the private prison complex, by passing laws that ended the enslavement of our incarcerated Americans. When you are a lawyer and your job is to find a loophole in an international human rights treaty, that's a pretty good indication that you're working for the bad guys. That's the bat signal of I work for bad people if they're asking me to find a damn loophole in an international human rights treaty, right? And there's gotta be some level of public shaming and disgust for these people, right? John Sauer, the Solicitor General, who is credited with finding the loophole in this particular case, there's no reason why this man should be able to go to a cocktail party in DC and not get booed out of the bar, not get booed out of the brunch spot, right? Like these are bad people who are doing bad things and then don't get treated like bad people, not only in their current job, but like when they wash out of government and they go back into private practice, private lobbying, whatever, they get to resume their lives as if they hadn't just spent 4 years finding new and interesting ways to torture people. Like that also shouldn't be a thing, right? So I am all for actual reforms. I'm all for starting at home and reforming our prison industrial complex. But I'm also for shaming. And I'm I'm not Luigi. I'm non-violently and all that. But I'm all for shaming the people who spend their 9 to 5 trying to figure out how to hurt people more efficiently.